Well, rain has started. Rain has started. Still gotta do chores though. So you remember we had the pigs the other day in this one section. It was about 2 days ago. I'll just see what they did to the grass in this area now. All right, so you see they have taken out every ounce of grass. That's what it looked like. Isn't that crazy? Look at that.
Pretty much all the way down the first day.
It's crazy. So now we're moving them back here though. So let's go ahead and get them moved. But I'm just gonna show you, that's how much your pigs can do work for you in the garden too. So move is done. We've got them over here in this area. Got the charger on, it's got perfect sun over there. This is where they were, and then now we'll work back over on this grass next time. So we've got the new net set up. It doesn't take 5 or 10 minutes to get it all set up. So now we'll open that gate. They'll come in here in the next few days. So this is done. So now we've got to move the sheep, even in the rain. And then we've got to go, I'm gonna go feed the calves some grain. We've got a alfalfa mix that we use and been feeding them because we actually have 2 steer that are getting ready to go to process. One, really Ike. The other one, which is Christoph, he's still got a while. But we need to make sure Ike is getting good food, good high quality, non-GMO, either grain or grass. We use a grass-fed regimen, so he's actually getting on alfalfa and Timothy. So we've got to go do that right quick too. Then we got to move the mamas over and pick the garden. So it's a very busy afternoon with it raining too on top of that. But Miss Mac and the kids are helping me, so it's gonna go a lot quicker. It's gonna be a lot more fun with them. Hey, did you turn it off? Okay. Sheep, 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 sheep. Okay, so after we moved the sheep, we got caught in crazy rain. So what we did was we went on and picked the garden like we planned on it. We had some peas, and if y'all watched our live a few days ago, that was the peas that we were actually shelling. So, but this is the rest of our harvest. Look at this. Look at these zucchini just from yesterday. Our cucumbers and squashes, told you it's playing out, but still got tons going. And of course our tomatoes, that's not counting the tomatoes over there that we've already gotten to turn red. These are sitting in the window. So if you remember me telling you, let me turn this light off. If you remember me telling you yesterday, a few minutes before this video, that Ike is going to be processed in about 3 weeks. So when we talk about processing Ike, we want to give him a chance to have free choice of high quality pelletized feed. So he's on, his grass is phenomenal. But what we're going to do is, you see this Timothy grass that we have, and some alfalfa. We're going to go ahead and give him some. It really let him have the opportunity to just eat. Not because he's not big enough, because he is. But since we are taking a process, we want to make sure that he's got tons of good feed, tons of good quality grains and grasses. And he's really just grass-fed. We're not really grain. I say grain because it's pelletized feed, but he's getting just the best quality Timothy alfalfa and orchard grass that he can get. So we're in our feed shed right now. So what we're going to do is go ahead and grab some of this Timothy that we have in this bucket. This doubles for our dairy as well. But what we're going to do is devote a few sacks of this towards him the next 3 weeks, just so we know he is pumping on pounds and good quality pounds. So let's get this bucket. I need another bucket, and we're gonna go do that real quick before it starts raining again. Now you remember we moved them last night. Now you see they're up and moving. Now most pigs, especially feeder pigs, when they are in, I mean it's 6:30 in the morning, so when they're usually out and about at this time, it's usually they're asleep. But since we're moving them on fresh pasture and fresh forest paddocks every, 2 or 3 days, they're up, they're foraging already. Now, most people say, oh, you don't want that because ultimately they need to gain weight. You need them laying around because ultimately when an animal lays around, that's when they're actually gaining weight. now they're burning off energy by foraging. But our goal is to make sure they're getting quality pounds put on. We don't want to just feed them to where they're just piling on fat. Our goal is we would rather have a more leaner pig that's eating naturally off the ground, and also, you know, fertilizing the soil back with what they're naturally eating off the ground. So that's encouraging to see this morning. Now, again, we're so unconventional. People laugh because we have a leaner beef and we have a more leaner hog. That's what we're looking for versus some big fatty piece of meat. It's just not for us. So let's go to the calves. I just want to show you that, how cool that is to see them out moving at 6:30 in the morning. That never happens. Most of the time you're going to see them laid up, piled on each other until about 8:30 or 9 until the sun really starts hitting them. So these guys, especially Ike, this is the one that we'll be taking. They've had no antibiotics, no shots whatsoever, not 1 ounce of medication their whole life. And so we are very, very pleased with that. But also, you see, he's not a monster. He's just probably, I'd say, 500 pounds. Most people would take theirs at 900 pounds. But in this day and time, and you know the climate we're living in, I want to get him processed because I have this one right here. That's Christoph. He's not far behind. So he's already set up for butcher in about 7 months, which is a good thing. And then he's set up to butcher in 3 weeks. Our goal is to keep that meat sustainability running, because here we are, we have turkeys sitting right here, we have chickens on the other side, we have pigs. So 2020 is all about 100% meat sustainability, and that's awesome. You know, we actually have probably too much chicken in the freezer, which is not a bad problem. But our goal is, once we have him in the freezer, he will get us by to where we can grow a bigger calf for, or a bigger steer basically for processing. Of course, this will be our next Jersey heifer that will be our milk cow one day. Once her mama and Elsa kind of play out, she'll be the one coming in line. So you see how this sustainability really works, even on the beef side and also the milk side. Makes a huge difference to plan out how you're wanting to run your farm. Makes a huge difference. Okay, so you see where they're at now. This is where they've been. They've still got great grass, but we were letting this rest over here. This is where they normally stay. This is the heifer patch, I call it, or the steer patch. So I want to show you this. We wanted to let it heal. Look at this grass. Now, just because we let it heal for the last 2 weeks without them on it. Look at this. Absolute huge patch of grass. So we want to put Ike back here today, along with, you know, Christoph and Josie, because this right here is just nothing but high quality, thick, lush grass to let him finish out his life on. He'll get his alfalfa, he'll get his orchard grass and Timothy, but he's also gonna get this natural Bermuda and Bahia that's typical for our lands. So instead of us being grain finishing off our animal, which most people love, and that we probably get frowned upon because we don't, he's getting the best quality grasses he can have. And remember, they're ruminants. I don't ever believe cows were supposed to have tons of grain. That wasn't really in their systems, and they're not used to it. But they are used to this beautiful grass, and you're not going to ask for a better quality meat, leaner meat, almost like a deer, than what we're going to have for these this beef. Well, we're finishing the day at the pool.
Yeah, it was too hot to swim earlier.
It's like 10 o'clock at night, isn't it?
No, it's 8, but we took naps, made zucchini bread,
It
and
was a fun day.
it was just too hot to come out here earlier.
And now the kids are playing with Mama's phone on slow-mo. Ooh!
What about me?
And then hers
That was pretty
takes
good
forever,
right there.
'cause she's too there.
All right, this is Sayla coming down now.
Yeah.
Is she coming?
Oh, it's sped up.
So, it's been a fun day.
Yeah. Has been.
It's time to go take a nap now, isn't it?
I already had a nap.
So you're ready to rock, huh?
You
All right, so what do we say?
Happy homesteading, y'all.